Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack open the playbook that turns good ideas into, well, huge successes. We'll show you the step-by-step strategy that marketers use to make a product totally unforgettable.
So have you ever actually wondered why this happens? I mean, you see two great products, but one becomes this massive hit, while the other one just kind of vanishes. The secret here isn't luck or magic. It's a disciplined, repeatable strategy.
And that strategy, yep, it all comes down to a playbook. So in this explainer, we're going to unpack that exact framework, breaking down precisely how marketers guide a product from just a simple idea all the way into your shopping cart.
All right, so where do we even start with this playbook? Well, the absolute first step, the very foundation for everything else, is answering one simple question. Who are you actually talking to? I mean, you can't market anything effectively until you know your audience inside and out.
Just imagine the entire market for a second. It's like this giant, diverse crowd of people. Now, trying to shout one single message that works for everyone, that's a surefire way to fail. So what smart marketers do is they start by dividing that huge crowd into smaller, more focused groups. And that whole sorting process, that's what we call segmentation.
And this is where it gets really powerful. See, a marketer won't just pick one of these things. Nope, they'll combine them. So for example, they might take a demographic, like say, young urban professionals, and then layer on a psychographic, like someone who values sustainability. And boom, you've got a crystal clear picture of your ideal customer.
Okay, so now the market is sorted into these nice, neat groups, but you got to make a choice. You can't go after everybody. It's just too expensive, and honestly, it doesn't work. This brings us to targeting. It's about choosing your battleground, deciding which of these groups represents the single best opportunity for your brand.
And making that choice really boils down to two huge questions. First, is the segment attractive? How big is it? Is it growing? Is there real money to be made? And second, what's our probability to win? Do we actually have what it takes to beat the competition for this group? You gotta have a big yes for both.
Okay, so we've identified who we're talking to. The next logical step then is to figure out what we're going to say to them. It's all about crafting your core promise, that single idea that's going to define your brand in their heads.
Right, but here's the big challenge, isn't it? Your target customer is being absolutely bombarded with messages from everyone else. So, in a market that's this crowded, how do you actually win their hearts and minds?
Well, the answer is something called positioning. It's really the art of owning a tiny but super valuable piece of real estate inside your customer's mind. And when you get it right, the moment your customer feels a need, your brand is the very first thing that pops into their head.
And you know what? Marketers have this surprisingly simple little template to nail this. This sentence forces absolute clarity. Who are you for? What's your unique benefit? And what's your proof? Seriously, if you struggle to fill in these blanks, your strategy just isn't ready yet.
So to build a really strong position, you're competing on two fronts. First, you've got your points of parity. Think of these as the table stakes, the must-haves, just to be in the game. A car needs wheels. But that's not how you win. You win with your points of difference. That's your secret sauce, the unique benefit that makes you the only logical choice. Okay, so we have our who, that's our target customer, and our what, that's our positioning. So now we finally get to the how. This is the marketing mix. The actual tactical levers that marketers pull to bring that whole strategy to life out in the real world.
And that brings us to the famous 4 Ps of marketing: product, price, place, and promotion. Just think of these as the 4 main tools in the toolkit. Every single decision you make falls into one of these buckets. And here's the key: they all have to work together in perfect harmony to deliver on that positioning we just defined.
First up is the product. And a product is never just a physical item. It's this layered bundle of value. It all starts with the core benefit, what the customer is really buying. But the real magic, that happens at the augmented level. This is where brands add the extra features and delights that go beyond expectations and turn customers into loyal fans. Next up is price. And this is not just about covering your costs. It's a powerful strategic signal. You could launch with a low penetration price to just grab as much of the market as you can. Or you could use price skimming, launching high to capture the most value from early adopters before you gradually lower it for the mass market.
Then there's place, which is simply about access. How easy is it for your customer to find and buy your product? It really just means being on the right shelf, whether that's a physical shelf or a digital one, at the exact moment your target customer is looking. A luxury brand needs to be exclusive. A soft drink needs to be everywhere.
And finally, promotion. This is how you tell your story. And it is so much more than just running some ads.
As you can see, it's a whole world of creative tactics, from clever social campaigns to bold guerrilla stunts, all designed to cut through the noise and get people talking.
Okay, so we've covered the theory. You segment, you target, you position, and then you execute with the 4 keys. Now let's see how this all connects and clicks together in a real-world example. And here's where that playbook just comes to life. Look at how every single one of these decisions for this new ice cream works in harmony. The product isn't just sugar-free, it has protein. The place isn't just any store, it's premium grocery. The price is high to signal value, and the promotion uses fitness influencers and a perfect hashtag. See, every single P reinforces the same core promise to the same target audience.
And this brings us to what might be the single most important rule of this whole thing. Strategy drives tactics, not the other way around. You have to define your STP, who you're for and what you promise, first. Only then do you decide on the 4 Ps. Your price, your product, your promotion. None of it happens in the vacuum. It all flows directly from that core strategy.
At the end of the day, this playbook isn't just for marketers. It's a powerful way to think about creating and communicating value for any idea, any project, or any cause you care about. So the question we want to leave you with is, what value will you create?